Nerd Morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and this is the Nerd Morning Show, a place where we celebrate nerd culture by talking about books, comics, movies, and more. And today we're doing a book review of Illuminae. This is a really interesting book. It's a sci-fi book, and it plays with a lot of the elements that are pretty classic to sci-fi itself. We've got artificial intelligence, we've got some space exploration stuff, we've got a lot of other types of things that are pretty classic for a space adventure story. Now, this, though, is pretty unique, and it's unique because it's doing this story in what's called an epistolary form, which means that it's taking found documents and stringing those things together in order to tell the story. Now, this is really powerful and interesting because of how it works with the artificial intelligence and how we're going through this story. I think that the story itself was pretty good. I had a lot of fun with it. I feel like I really enjoyed the beginning. It kind of lulled at the middle for me a little bit, and then it picked back up near the end. And so I'm gonna give it kind of maybe like, let's go 4 out of 5 stars for the story. For the concept, for the execution, 5 stars all around. I was really impressed. Now, just with the case itself, we have some pretty fun things here. We have this really awesome dust jacket, and if we open this up, we see that the book itself actually is white, and it is filled with redacted and marked up document files, and that's really fun. And then we get the full aesthetic as some of the things on here, right, that is filled with pages and stuff. We slide those back on together, and it gives it that color, and it also, because of how it is blocking certain things and not other things, we get the name, and we also get the authors there placed on the book. And I think that that's super cool. It does the same thing there. This was written by a team, which is really interesting. We have 2 authors here, and I've had mixed experiences with that, but this felt very cohesive, and I'm not quite sure about their process, but sometimes when I see multiple people writing, I'm like, okay, this is one voice and this is another voice, and it can feel sometimes a little disjointed, and I didn't experience that at all. I would say that if you are interested in experiencing an epistolary story, this one is really a great example of it. If I just like open up to some of these pages, you'll see that they are transcriptions, and we have certain things that are like redacted throughout, and you get some really interesting stuff through these different files that you experience. I'm going to go and shift to move someone from like this section. We get all these other types of imagery they design, like with that one, I just like, that's very different than what you see in a normal prose type book. And then we have these like file pages or error pages as well, which are pretty interesting. Things that are looking really gorgeous as pages go, that kind of explore some of the uniqueness that you can do with a page. Like, look at that. That is incredible. I mean, we're getting into like art there. And that's super fun. And this book that way is like uncanny. It's incredible. It's amazing. And we have like these whole sections where they're dark pages, whole sections with the regular white pages. We get different like diagrams and other types of stuff here that are really immersive. And that makes this a really fun book to read and to experience storytelling being told in a different way than you'll regularly see. And that makes this book stand apart from the rest. And I think that if you're looking for that kind of experience, this book is totally for you. As this story itself, spoiler-free like teaser of this. We have mainly two characters that we're following, a teenage boy and a teenage girl whose planet is attacked, and they go on this fleet to escape, and they're traveling and they're conscripted into different parts of this like military body as these two big ships are trying to escape, and they're being chased. And then we also have things like a virus that is inside, and they have to be dealing with that. And people are dying, and it's crazy, and they're going through this adventure and trying to be able to survive, and doing that in space. And it has some really interesting things going on with the artificial intelligence on one of the ships, and it's a fun sci-fi story. So that's kind of what you're in there for. A bit of romance, a lot of sci-fi elements, and I think it was a good, fun story. So those are some of my thoughts that I have for Illuminae. This is the first book in this series, and I think that it's one that I, again, definitely recommend. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick look at Illuminae and helps you know whether or not it's the right book for you or something that you want to try out. If you've read this, what are some of your favorite things about the book? Let me know. Put those in the comments as well. I'd love to hear your ideas. And you can find more Nerd Morning content like this at nerdmorning.com/links, or going to social media pages like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and more at Nerd Morning. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys all next time for another video.